Hi everyone. We will be starting soon and beginning your AWS journey. Folks are still joining in, so we will give them some time to settle in. In the meanwhile, I will like my team to share a poll in the chat, and I will like all of you to take a participation in it, and let's see who gets the correct answer. So yeah, Subhashish, can you please drop the poll in the chat? I will request everyone to join in the poll, and let's take a guess, and let's see who comes out as a winner. For the people who are joining it right now, they can see the chat and they can just take participation in the poll which is happening right now. And let's see who can get the correct answer. I will request Subhashish to again drop the poll in the chat so the new participants can see it and participate in that. So as I can see the results, 44% people have logged in their answer as 500, 33% people have marked their answer as 69, 23 people have marked as 100, and none of you have marked it as 80. So the correct answer is 69. We currently have 69 AWS Cloud Clubs all worldwide, and I am very obliged and overwhelmed to welcome you all to one of the club and invite in the first meet of the one of the club that is happening right now. So yeah, without any further ado, let's begin. Hi tech enthusiasts, I, Abhishek Bhatt, welcome you all to the Cloud 101 with AWS Cloud Clubs. This session is for beginners, but even if you are seasoned professional and have some work experience and got your hands dirty in the cloud technology, even though you will get something out of the session today. Without any further ado, let's meet the team, which is working tirelessly to make this session happen. So yeah, my name is Abhishek Bhatt. I'm the AWS Cloud Club captain, and I'm a final year undergrad with CST as my major. I'm currently an open source developer at Code for Government Tech C4GT. I was a finalist in 2022 edition of SIH Hackathon, Smart India Hackathon. Alongside that, I've mentored in multiple hackathons and boot camps. So it's more about tech. Now we will get to the non-tech part as well. Besides tech, I love reading books. That's non-fiction. I'm not a fiction kind of guy. And listening to podcasts and audiobooks is my hobby. Also, I'm a huge fan of MMA and football. So if you have any debate around CR7 or Messi, I would like to join in and yeah, take participation in it. Take participation in it. Now, I will like Piyush to welcome to the stage, and Piyush is my vice captain. So yeah, Piyush, over to you.
Hello, folks. I hope you all are doing great. I'm Piyush, your vice captain. I'm in my final year pursuing a degree in computer science and technology. I'm also a GDSC lead for this tenure and a machine learning developer. And I have done several internships in this domain. So if you ever need help in machine learning, you can reach out to me. And plus point, if you ever want to talk about American series or a reality show, I'm the right person to reach out. For that, you'll find my link tree in the chat box. So thank you. Over to you, Arpit. I guess Arpit is not around here. So let's move further with Arnav. Over to you, Arnav.
Hello everyone, I am Arnav Raj, a final year computer science undergrad, and I am currently holding the position of media head in AWS Cloud Club. I am very passionate about graphics and UI design, and that's why I was driven to join the media team in our Cloud Club. As a hobby, I like to play games like Valorant or other FPS games, and I like to shoot cinematic video games. And I am always up for a 1v1 whenever you want to play with me. I would also like to thank all the leads and team members for all the efforts they have put in to make this event possible. And now I would like to give the opportunity to my team to introduce themselves to all of you guys. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Devang. I'm currently in my third year of my CSC degree. I am also I'm also the part of media team of the AWS Club and also the outreach head for GDSC this year. I'm a Flutter developer and I have a keen interest in AI and I also occasionally live in Valorant. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining and over to the Apurva.
Hey everyone, my name is Apurva Kole and I am a third year undergrad pursuing BTech CSC from MEET. I am the media team member for AWS and I am a MERN stack developer and I am also 1500 rated in not some coding platform but chess.com. Looking forward to a wonderful event with AWS. Over to you, Ayush.
Hey everyone, Ayush this side. I'm a part of the media team of AWS Cloud Club. Currently, I'm in second year of my undergrad degree. Other than that, I am a partner in a company that helps brands and music labels launch their content on platforms like Twitch and Discord. Along with that, I'm also managing some YouTube and Twitch creators. That's all from my side. I would like to pass the spotlight to Trilochna.
Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Trilochna and I am technical head here at AWS Cloud Club. I am also a technical lead at GDSC this year and a Google Cloud facilitator in our campus. I am a cloud enthusiast having hands on various technologies. So you can reach out to me anytime regarding anything. I'll be happy to help. That's all about me and now I would love to introduce you all to our technical team. Over to you, Nishant.
Hello, my name is Nishant Singhal. I am a final year CSC student at MATE. I was a GSOC contributor and mentor. This year I was mentor and previous year I was contributor. And my stacks are Flutter and Mean stack. Thank you.
Raghav is also part of our technical team and he won't be able to join us today, but of you can reach out to him regarding DevOps if you want. Next up, we have Divyansh with us.
My name is Divyansh Manchanda, and I am a third year student from Electronics and Communication branch. I am a part of technical team, and my main expertise is in Flutter. And I am also a Flutter mentor at GDSC Mate. And if you want to queue comp and
Saksham.
Here,
Hey everyone, I'm Saksham. I'm a third year CSC student at Mate. I'm a full stack developer currently focusing on backend development and cloud infrastructure. And I'm also a web mentor at Google Developer Student Club at Mate. Recently, I won a hackathon organized by JP Institute of Technology. And I am a big time cinephile. So if you want to discuss your favorite character or your favorite process in your favorite movies and shows, so I'm your go to guy. So that's about me.
Shubhashish.
here everyone. I am Swashish Panda, a CSE sophomore proficient in the MERN stack, ARVR, WebXR, Metaverse, and I am very much passionate about game development and open source. You did find me participating in hackathons, and I have also won quite a few of them. I am an otaku, and I watch a lot of animes. I wish this event to be a successful one. Thank you.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Ishan, and I'm a 21-year-old striving to live up to the uniqueness of my name every day. I'm the PR head here, and I'm also serving my pledges and define the consulting club of MATE as a vice president. As an avid enthusiast of STEM and finance, coupled with the innate entrepreneurial spirit, I aim to carve out a distinct niche for myself and try to implement these disciplines in my workspace and really like to broaden my horizon as well applying my knowledge. And also, I'm furnishing myself in the field of front end technologies and the consulting services. And in my free time, I really like to work out, swim, run. And that's because that's what is joyous to me. And I guess Mansi will not be able to be here with us today. So let me tell you guys something about her. She's a marketing and IoT enthusiast. She is a very dedicated individual, a remarkable dancer as well, and she's also serving as the vice president of our placement cell as well. I hope you guys might uh, get to see her very soon. So yeah, I would like to pass on the baton to Arpit, I guess, to move on with his introduction. So Arpit.
Hi everyone, how are you? I'm hoping you all are right. I am currently a final year undergraduate at Maharaja Agrawal Institute of Technology. I serve as the content head at AWS Cloud Club. I am also indulged in various clubs and event committees. I am also the president of TechCom and the graphics mentor at CodeChef Chapter Mate. Uh, but remember, this is not just about me, it's all about our community that makes us very uh, friendly and happy. No. So let's dive back to our main event. If you have any questions or want to chat later, feel free to reach out. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, so you must be wondering what are AWS Cloud Clubs, right? Because we all are here because of the word AWS Cloud Club, AWS Cloud Club. So let me tell you what AWS Cloud Clubs are. Before that, I think our content team is left for their introduction. So I will request Gaurika to continue with her introduction and then I will answer the questions. Yeah, Gaurika, please.
So, hey everyone, myself Gaurika Gupta, and I'm a pre-final year student at MAIT Delhi. And my domain of interest are machine learning and artificial intelligence. And with the help of AWS Cloud Club, I'm moving on to my cloud journey as well. Over to Divya.
Hello everyone, my name is Divya. I'm third year student of Maharaja Garsin branch EC. Uh, I think one thing I want to tell you guys about me that I love talking, but I don't want to talk on phone. But if you guys see me in college, feel free to say hi. Talking about my interest, I read books. I read a lot of books. My favorite authors are Franz Kafka and Haruki Murakami. Besides that, I am also in literary umbrella, literature of Maharaja Garsin, and I am a society relations head there. If you ever want to talk about things that goes in your mind when you feel low or distant from anyone else, feel free to contact me. And hope you guys have real fun in this session. Thank you so much. Over to you, Nikunj.
Hey everyone, I am Nikunj, second year undergrad at Maharaja Agrawal College with IT as my branch. So looking forward for a great AWS event with all you guys. Over to Abhishek.
Yeah. So as I was talking, thanks my team, thanks for the introduction. And now we will forge on ahead what are AWS Cloud Clubs. So these are the student-driven groups which are centered around learning about the cloud using AWS technology. These are the groups by the students for the students. So basically, we have a student community who is helping other students to build and make their career in AWS. And the club's objective is to educate students about AWS Cloud and the applications. Basically, as we all know that there is a huge demand, and now AWS is a sought after skill. Cloud computing is a sought after skill in the current market. So that's why we want that this skill should be available for everyone, and there should be enough learning resources so that everyone can learn this and grow up in their career. Moreover, this club will provide students with hands-on experience because we will be conducting many sessions in the future, just like we have one today. So, in which we you can build your AWS projects, your cloud projects, and this will help you in both technical and business aspects of the field. Enough. Next slide, please. So yeah, your question will be what are the benefits of joining this club? Why would I join this club? What is there in it for me, right? We need something to take participate in that. So yeah, here are some of the benefits that we can mention. Besides the one available on the screen, I will like to tell you about the community building. I'm sure that most of the people here are from first and second years. So this is a great time for you to network with the people, with your seniors, and learn the new skills and get the mentorship and guidance from them. Not only your seniors, we will be enabling you to work with your some industry experts like we have one today. So yeah, you can then use this technology for your projects, and you can showcase them whenever you are needed for your internships, and in the final year you can use those projects for your jobs. After that, you will receive direct support from the AWS team, and we are directly affiliated with the AWS team, and that will help you to inculcate new habits in cloud technology, and that will make you a better leader or a better mover in this current landscape. After that, I we will be providing vouchers to the members, and these are the certification vouchers. And in the current market or in any scenario, these vouchers are very sought after and are in very huge demand, because they will be very great add-on to your resumes. And whenever you try to apply for any internship or your job, this will be highlighted by the employer, and it will for surely benefiting you. After that, you will be getting certificates of appreciation, certificate of attending the meets. Yeah. So yeah, moving ahead. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Yeah. So now I will like Rishank to introduce our speaker. Rishank, over to you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Abhishek. So, before we embark on a journey into Cloud 101, I would like to take a moment to extend a warm welcome to a distinguished individual who will be sharing their expertise with us today. Our speaker is Mustafa Saifi. He's working as an AWS technical trainer at Corporate Gurukul, and he's also worked as a developer advocate at Amazon AWS and Microsoft as well. So, and a true visionary in the field of cloud computing and AWS services. And a his accomplishments and insights have made a significant impact on the industry. His social accounts are exceptionally astounding, where he frequently shares his wisdom to many. And we are truly honored to have Mustafa Safi with us today. And we are eager to hear their thoughts on Cloud 101. I have no doubt that their perspective will enlighten and inspire us all. So, without further ado, please join me in the giving a heartfelt welcome to Mustafa Safi, sir, as they take the virtual stage. We are thrilled to have you with us, and we look forward to enlightened presentation. The visual floor is all yours, sir. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the introduction. So,
Uh,
yes, as
yeah. So hi, Mustafa. I hope you are doing great. So how are
yes,
you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So this will not be the that PPT. This will be a fireside chat where we'll be discussing hot shot topics in AWS and current cloud computing technology,
Right.
and you will be answering the questions which most of us have right now. And I guess we will also be taking questions from the audience in the end. So audience, make sure to drop in your queries so that Mustafa can answer them right away. Be attentive, guys, because we will be dropping polls in between, and the people who will be guessing the correct answer, we will be providing them additional swags. So yeah, please be there. Yeah. So let's begin our session. Mustafa, now my first question is, what is AWS? We have all heard about AWS cloud computing. So as a first year beginner, I'm not aware about any of those fancy words, I will say. So how will you introduce AWS and cloud computing to me?
Okay. So let's say you are running a race. Okay. And in that race, the race is like 5,000 kilometers. And you're like, okay, I'll take my breaks, I'll take my stops, and I'll run in the race. So you start your race, you start running, and then you run for like 5 kilometers, and then you're tired, and then you rest. And and then you run 10 more kilometers, 20 more kilometers, you take your rest. And you go up to like 300 kilometers, 400 kilometers. But there you reach a capacity where you cannot manage it anymore. Okay, because there are limitations. So, what if someone provides you, a super boosted shoes, which makes you run faster? Someone gives you energy drinks, which instead of running at, let's say, 5 kilometers per hour, you run at 15 kilometers per hour. So, you get all of these supplements where you can, enhance yourself. So, all of these booster packs that you get to make your solutions, your applications, your company, your organization faster, that is why you use AWS. Now, what is AWS then? So AWS is a cloud computing platform, a service provider, CSP, where if you're making any application or if you're making any software, instead of hosting it on your own local machine or your local account, you can directly host it on cloud. And then it's as cloud has its own benefits like reliability, scalability, availability. These are the main reasons why one ever uses cloud. when I say scalability, that means that let's say your website has 10,000 users. Suddenly, it got popular and you got 10,000 users. So your website will definitely crash because your website is being hosted on your own computer. But if you host this website on cloud, now this cloud can be anything. It can be AWS, it can be GoDaddy or anywhere, whoever provides hosting services. So when you host your website, the scalability problem is solved because AWS provides you facility to auto scale this. Are we recording this, Abhishek?
Yeah, we are
Yes.
recording this.
Okay, awesome. Cool. So then that is scalability. Then we have availability. That means, let's say you're in India right now, but your audience is there in India, but let's say suddenly you also started getting attention from Dubai. So the problem is that when users try to access it from Dubai, your application that is in India, so your machine or your PC is in India, the latency difference will make the application slower in Dubai. So what we do is availability. That means you make your servers available from a Dubai server as well. But for that, you have to go physically over there, set up a server, and then it will happen. But if you use cloud, you don't need to do that because the cloud service provider already has a server around. And that's not just the only benefit of availability. There's also another benefit that you get of availability is that when there is a calamity, let's say there is some earthquake or something, and your server goes down. But if you're using cloud, it will never go down because the cloud service provider makes sure that when your server is down, there is a copy of it available at another availability zone, okay, or any geo redundant zone. So your data never gets deleted, or you never lose your data. And let's say if there is a, you never know there is a power outage due to floods, for example, and maybe the server in that area goes down. Maybe it's a AWS server or a Microsoft server. So you don't have to worry about it because it will automatically be redirected to another server that is in another region. For example, there's a server in Chennai, and let's say there's some calamity in Chennai, but there's another server in Mumbai. So it will get redirected to Mumbai servers. So that's the benefit you get for availability. And then we talk about reliability. So it is very reliable in terms of security. Now, although security is a shared model, it's a shared responsibility of the cloud service provider as well as you. But when you talk about security, it's 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 just that the protocols that they use, the technology that they use, and the certifications that they use to secure your data is very high. So your data and all of your content is very secure in their hands. So that is we feel that okay, we can rely on them. They give you minimum downtimes. So it will be hardly 1 or 2 days in a whole year. Okay. And for that they provide you SLAs, service level agreements. You can search about it. So they provide you SLAs. And with these SLAs, you can make sure that whatever your product is, how long is the uptime and how short is the downtime. So when I talk about availability, scalability, and reliability, this is what I mean. And there are a lot more concepts about cloud computing. I mean, even if I take an 8-hour session, it will be very less. So yes, this is a gist of why one should use any cloud service. And for the context of this call, why anyone should use AWS. So yeah, that's why you should use AWS.
I think that's a great answer. It summarizes why we should be moving on to cloud computing basically, and why cloud computing is a need of the hour in the current world scenario. Yeah, that's a great answer. So, in the meanwhile, I will request my team to drop a poll in the chat. So, while we are doing that, let's. There is another question, Mustafa. So, what do you think? How can learning AWS will be beneficial for me as a student? Because I'm a first year student, just completed my 12th, entered into the college, and there is this word buzzing around me, AWS Cloud Tech. So why? Why I should go over there? Because there are already many technologies like AI, ML, front end, back end. So why AWS? Yeah.
Right. So I will say there are three people who want to learn different technologies. One student wants to learn AI/ML, other student wants to learn data science, and the third student is fairly interested in web development and app development. All three of them are focused on this, and they have this question: that why should I learn cloud computing? So my answer to the first guy is that when you do AI/ML, you have very limited processing power on your computer. Okay, so cloud computing provides you those number of CPUs, GPUs, RAMs that you don't have at your disposal. And let's say you are very rich. Okay, still you cannot buy so much hardware that can accommodate all the speed that you want for your machine learning applications. So that's why you go for cloud. Plus, cloud is cheaper than buying all this hardware. You need to learn about this concept called capex and opex, that is capital expenditure and operational expenditure. So when you go with operational expenditure, you only pay for what you have used. You don't actually have to buy everything. So that's why the answer for the AIML guy would be that if you want your processing power to be very optimized, very fast, and let's say if you want to change the demand of your processors, for example, sometimes you make an algorithm which is sufficiently running on a processor, but then you add a few more algorithms which requires a GPU as well. So you don't actually have to go to the market and buy a GPU. In cloud, you just have to click on, tick mark a GPU, and a GPU will be added to your machines, right? So this is what I talk. This is what I mean when I say that it's very scalable, because for an AI ML guy, processing power is everything. But when the data science guy says, okay, fine, I agree, the AI ML guy needs the processing power. But for data science, I don't need that much processor. Once I take a processor, that's it. I don't need to change it. But then for the data science guy, it is very important that you need storage, right? Even if you buy 1 TB hard disk, 2 TB, 5 TB hard disk, data is unlimited, right? You just cannot, I mean, you yourself, when you use data, you have so many movies to store, so much data to store, so many documents, assignments, everything. So if you have limitations on your data storage capacity, how will you process the data? So that's why data science is also, needs cloud computing, so that you can store your data, process your data, reach, there are different algorithms where you access your data. And when cloud is in picture, the company takes care of the accessing part. You have to take part of the processing part and the storage part. So you determine what kind of storage do you want. Do you want a hot storage or do you want a cold storage? And there are different kinds of storage. So you can decide what kind of storage you want and what kind of processing you want for that. So that's what we talk about for the data science guy. And then we talk about the web application developer and application developer, mobile app developer. So no matter, I mean, this is like a very strong rule that no matter how awesome you develop, you will need cloud for this. So let's say Clash of Clans. Okay. So you need to connect to the rest of the world for Clash of Clans, right? So if you want to connect to all of this audience, how will you connect if you don't have access to the cloud, right? So even if you have access to the internet, it's not sufficient. Your game is connected to the cloud where all of your game progress and data is being stored. Or let's say WhatsApp, right? In WhatsApp, you send a message, and that message doesn't directly go to the person. It goes to the cloud and then to the person. So all this centralized management of data and everything for your website and applications is being done on cloud. That's why I say that you need cloud computing for every aspect of, no matter what field you belong to. Even if you say, oh no, 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 I'm a decentralized guy, I am working in Web3 and I am only working on blockchain. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what technology you use. You have to at some point reach cloud computing and make your thing get done on cloud. So yeah, that's why you should use cloud.
I think that very well resonates with my opinion on cloud as well, because as per me, cloud is what facilitates other technologies and helps us to use them basically efficiently, right?
Right. It's like
Cloud.
you have so many light bulbs and fans and coolers in your home, but without electricity, it's useless, right? That electricity is your cloud.
Agree.
Right. You won't directly use electricity, but you have to indirectly use it with all your appliances at home.
Yeah. So my next question will be connecting with the previous one. So can you briefly explain AWS's role in emerging technologies like we talked about machine learning, AI, IoT, and serverless computing, DevOps, and I can see people getting interested about DevOps in the chat. So yeah, that's the thing
Right.
as well.
So I have pasted a link right now in the chat. It's called the AWS Cloud Clubs Learner Library. And this learner library has different categories like AI, ML. It has containers, Kubernetes, data science, Internet of Things, a lot of things. I think it has some 8 technologies, 8 to 9 to 10 technologies. So there are some technologies over there, and you can go through all of these, and you can try it out, experiment with it. So we have tried to keep all the content on this Cloud Clubs Learner Library free of cost. So any resource that you access, 99% it is free of cost. So you don't have to pay for it or anything. Just a registration, simple registration would be required. So that is what we talk about Cloud Clubs Learner Library. And when we talk about how this will help in different, can you repeat the question so that I can address it formally?
Yeah, sure. So how AWS can help other emerging technologies like IoT is there and machine learning is there. You already answered about AI ML, but yeah, I want to go deep
Right.
into it, how basically we can facilitate it.
So most of these technologies that we talk about, that is IoT, machine learning, or let's say serverless or anything, everything is empowered by cloud. So if you like, just think about a technology in your mind, and this is an experiment for all the 62 people in the cloud call. You can do this as an experiment. Like, think about your favorite technology and type cloud computing ahead of it, or just type AWS ahead of it. You will find a service which caters to that. So, for example, if I type, I'll do it right in front of you. If I type, let's say, serverless, okay, I type serverless and then I type AWS, okay. So you'll see serverless computing AWS link. So if I change serverless to security services AWS, you'll see all the security products that AWS has. So no matter what kind of application you have, or not, no matter what kind of domain or technology you're choosing, AWS has all of those services available for you. So that's why it empowers all the technologies and domains that we have. So yeah, that answers your question.
Yeah, that's great answer. In fact. Yeah, so the answer for the poll is, we have the answer for the poll, right? And basically the question was, what is primary function of AWS services? 97% people have answered it correctly, that it is used for storing and processing data, running applications, and delivering content. But I want to know 3% of the people who answered that cooking AWS is used for cooking food. Uh, I don't know who these people are, but yeah, it is not used for that, folks. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can say
Anyways,
that it is being used.
you
You
got
can
your
say it might be used for cooking food, because let's say you are making an app, okay, and that app caters to put all the recipes
yeah.
inside it, and then you can get all the combination. There's a website actually. I don't remember the name, but all you have to do is whatever ingredients you have at your disposal in your kitchen, just feed in all those ingredients, and it will give you the recipes which qualify with all those ingredients that you have specified. So yes, maybe the website is hosted on cloud. So yes, AWS is helping you cook food. So yeah,
That's
yeah,
smart.
cloud kitchen, correct. Yeah,
So
yes,
basically, those 3% people are ahead of us, ahead of time. They can foresee the
yeah,
future with them.
So I
That's
just
great.
love
right.
the way how Mustafa actually developed his way throughout of it, right?
Yeah,
That
that's very
Yeah,
great.
like a very smart move, really.
Yeah,
Yeah, my superpower.
that's great. I will request Subhashish to drop another poll while we ask Mustafa the second question. Yeah. Okay. So now coming back to the questions, AWS offers a free tier of some of its services. So
Right.
as a student, we are short on the financial part, and we need
Yes.
some free tier services like. So how can students leverage this to gain hands-on experience with AWS without incurring costs?
So there are three things I'll type in the chat. One is AWS Educate. Yeah, AWS Educate. Then we have uh, AWS. Then we have this link. So I have pasted three things in the chat. AWS Educate, you can register over there and get as many courses as you want. And there's AWS Academy. You can talk to your faculty, you can talk to your college and ask them to get themselves registered in the AWS Academy program. It's mostly 99% free of cost, and they can get themselves registered. And then there's this AWS free tier. So once this is a very I'll tell you like this. You are planning to go to Shimla, okay? So your friend call you, चल भाई शिमला चलते हैं, okay? He told you. Is it that you just अभी आया मैं, and then you get down and you sit on the bike and निकल गए शिमला? It's not like that, right? You do your preparation, you do your
No,
homework, you
yeah.
learn about it, right? So this is how you do it. First of all, directly making your application and then directly hosting it on AWS is not the right solution. First, you need to understand what services you're going to use on AWS. Once you determine that, okay, I'm going to use X, Y, and Z services, go to that third link that I provided, aws.amazon.com/free. Go to that website and write the service name that you have. So write the name of the service. Let's say Lambda. Okay, Lambda. So AWS Lambda is a service. So I go to this link, scroll down. There's a search box that says search free tier products, and just type Lambda over there. Okay, and once you type Lambda and hit enter, it will say free tier. So yes, it is always free. That means that once you make an account, AWS Lambda is free. And what always free? So you have to do your homework. This is what I mean by homework. It says always free. That doesn't mean that you can host your whole company on it. That means that you have 1 million free requests per month. As soon as that 1 month is over, you will get another 1 million requests. So basically, for 1 year, you have 12 million requests with a cap of 1 million every month. It is free, but with a limitation. So you need to make sure that yes, a lot of services are free. In fact, I have never seen any other cloud service provider who provides so many free services as compared to AWS till now. So you can go to this AWS free tier website and then check if that specific service is free of cost. Most of it is. So even if you type EC2 or let's say recognition, so recognition is a machine learning service. So let's type recognition. Let's see what answer do I get. So I get an answer that 5,000 images per month. That's a lot of images actually. So because you're learning and you're experimenting, even if you develop a basic app, 5,000 images per month is easy to do. So it's now this is not completely free. What it says is 5,000 images per month, but only for 12 months. That means it is completely free only for 12 months. So 12 5s are 60. So yeah, you have uh, 60,000 images with a cap of 5,000 images per month. I hope you get the gist of it. What I mean by free tier, right? So if anyone has
Yeah, I
question, you can
think
just send it in the chat as well, so I can answer it clearly.
yeah, I think it's clear that what free tier means. There is a cap. We are providing you a free tier, but it's a cap over there. You just cannot, as you already mentioned, that host your company over there and expect it to be free. Yeah. So let's moving on to the next question. As you know that as AWS Cloud Clubs, we will be providing some free certifications and vouchers to the participants. So I want you to tell what is the benefit of doing those certifications first, and what certification play a role in career advancement. And can you please recommend some of the AWS Cloud certifications for people over here right now?
Right. So think of it from this perspective. What do you want to become? That's the first question you need to ask. So, so if your answer is that I'm not sure, if that is your answer, then you should give the AWS Cloud Practitioner certification. I'll just type the name out. Cloud. If someone can type it out, please. So you just can type AWS Cloud Practitioner in the chat so that it's visible to all the students. So that's the certification when you have the question that I don't know what I want to do. Okay. If your question is that I know what I want to do, and the answer is that I want to be a developer, okay, then the certification for you is the AWS Developer Associate certification. Okay. And if you say no, I am more of an infrastructure guy, I like looking at all the hardwares, modifying it, and playing with all the configurations and all of that. So you should go for the solution architect. The solution architect is a more popular certification than developer associate. The reason being, most of uh, most of the applications and most of the companies are using the SAs that we call the solution architects in their organizations, and the salary is really good. Solution architects have bombastic salaries, trust me. So once you become a solution architect, you will have a very good salary. And if let's say you are a machine learning enthusiast, then AWS has an AWS machine learning specialty certification. We call them specialty certifications. So you have that AWS machine learning specialty certification, then you have networking specialty certifications, and there are many more actually. So there are around 13 certifications, if I remember last. So you can go through this certification based on what do you want to do. If you are confused, then definitely first go for the cloud practitioner so that you get an idea of whatever you get an idea of whatever field you want to pursue, or is cloud for you or not. I mean, cloud is for everyone, but do you really want to work in a job where there will be a little relation with cloud? So you should definitely go for the CP examination. It's really easy, trust me. It's very easy to do. And I will give you a pro tip if you really want to clear that exam. Study as you want, YouTube, whatever you want to study anywhere from, educate and all of that. But go to Udemy and search for this guy. uh, his name is some Barrick or something. Someone finds it. Yeah, Stephen Barrick, AWS. Search for this guy, or even you can search for this guy on YouTube. Okay, he's amazing. Stephen Barrick, AWS. So just Google search his name, and you will see his videos, and he gives amazing certification. And trust me, when you study from his questions and answers, you will definitely clear the exam. That's a promise because I cleared it. So if you study from his certification, his guides and his question answers and all of that, you will definitely clear the certification. So yeah.
Thank you for revealing the secrets as well. That's really great. Uh, Now I will request audience if they have any questions or queries, they can drop in the chat and
Oh,
Mustafa is
one more
there
thing.
to answer them. Yeah.
One more thing. Follow these two people on AWS on LinkedIn. One is let me just get him. So if everyone wants a discount on the vouchers, right? I mean, obviously, Cloud Clubs. If you go through Cloud Clubs, you'll get complete discounts, 100%. I think so. That's right, Abhishek?
Yeah.
Yeah. But if let's say
Yeah, we
you have
have free
already
certification vouchers. Yeah.
right. So let's say if not everyone. So, so this is a name. You can search her on LinkedIn. Victoria Siman. So she always posts about all the discount and vouchers on AWS. So that's a very good way if you want to have discounts. And there's another name I'll give you. Her name is Lucy, but I forgot. Lucy Van. Um, These are the two. The third person is, although I don't talk so much about AWS, but yeah, you can follow me on LinkedIn. So you can follow Victoria Siman, Lucy Van. These two people specifically, Victoria Siman is more focused towards training and certifications, and she tells about all the discount vouchers. And Lucy Wang talks about all the potential opportunities that are there in AWS and why you should use specific service or all the learning materials. It's Lucy Wang. So yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And actually, I've seen some of the content from the Victoria. She's a content creator, I guess, and she shares a lot of stuff revolving around AWS and
Yeah,
about just information
yeah,
as well.
I
Yeah.
am following her
Yeah.
too.
I think Rishank has an. That's great. Yeah. Yeah, Rishank, do you want to ask any
So,
question?
Mustafa, so I really
Hello,
wanted
hi.
to ask you this. So, with your perspective, as you have been in this industry for a very long while now, so how do you see this industry to change in the next 10 years, in a decade? So, if there's any loophole that exists, and how are you planning to fill those up? And there must be something, a detailed way of structuring your answer to this, that how will the cloud industry change and find its way through the world industries, like is there any case that it can be integrated to the steel industries or the core industries as well?
Okay. So let me answer this. When we talk about the next 10 years, I think more than the stock price and the gold price and the USD versus INR price, the most unpredictable thing is the change in technology that happens in the IT industry. No one knew. So it's like a meteorite that hit you, you never knew about. So there was a time, like let's say 4 years ago, blockchain became very popular. Okay, super popular. And just before blockchain, Bitcoin became very popular. So Bitcoin went like sky high, and then in 1 year, blockchain replaced it. And then the next year, decentralized internet was the boom. And the next year, we were all talking about Web3, right? Everyone was talking about tokens and NFTs and everything. And the next year came GPT, which is artificial intelligence and machine learning, right?
Yeah.
So if I say the next 10 years, I would say that this industry will keep on cycling between all of these technologies that I talked about. So today, tomorrow, next year, some other revolution will come in Bitcoin, and again, decentralized internet will again come to a boom, right? So every year, it's like zodiac signs. Every month there's a different zodiac. So similarly, each of these technologies get a chance in the next 10 years, and they boom. Now, when you say specific industries, I have not seen any industry which doesn't utilize more than five technologies. Let's say any industry utilizes AI/ML, data science, databases, cloud computing, machine learning, all of this. So most of the industries I have seen that most of these industries try to encompass as many technologies as possible in their industry. So if you are thinking that okay, if I take machine learning today, will I be successful 5 years from now? Okay, so the answer to that is that you need to be flexible like water. Okay, so I would have said the dialogue of that series, TVF
I think
pictures,
it's by Bruce Lee.
right? No,
Ah,
no, the TVF pictures.
Yes, because
If you remember
to
the
be
dialogue,
a.
yeah, I do
right?
remember.
So you need to be flexible. If you have a
Yeah,
glass, you
I
need to
remember.
shape like glass, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I
So
remember.
you have to shape yourself with the changing technology. So I have seen people who are very web technology enthusiasts, and they wouldn't see anywhere apart from front end and back end development. But then they saw, okay, machine learning is taking the grip. Okay, so let's use our front end and back end with machine learning to develop some algorithm which will develop websites for you automatically. So you have to integrate whatever is the booming tech right now. So I have also done a diploma in mechanical engineering. Okay, so that's a difference between mechanical engineering and computer engineering. And not just mechanical and computer, but any traditional engineering and computer engineering. Every year something new comes up. Everything, the trend is completely changing. Not in mechanical. We have learned the principle of thermodynamics. We have learned the principle of strength of materials, and this physics laws and chemistry laws are going to be there for the next 100 years, unless some alien species comes and changes the laws of physics on Earth. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is never going to change in mechanical or any other field. But in computer science, it's always evolving, always revolutionizing. So you have to keep on upskilling, no matter what technology you choose. So yes,
Yeah, that I guess that's also a truly captivating skill to have for folks nowadays, to actually learn to adapt, the adaptability skill. That's for something we should strive for nowadays.
right, right.
Thank you. Is there anyone who have? Yeah.
Yeah,
There is
actually,
a
Rishank, I
very
can.
interesting question in the chat actually, which went above, but I'm sending you here again. Wait, it's from Javed Kamil. He needs to understand the difference between DevOps, cloud engineer, platform engineer, SRE, and system admin. Are they related to each other or do they have core differences? If you could please explain it in more generalized way using some use case examples.
Right. So, for example, I would say these are different. What you have done is you have named like 5 to 6 names like DevOps, Cloud Engineer, Platform Engineer. But what happens is not everything is a name. The DevOps is not actually. I mean, it's controversial. Some people say it's a technology, but I would say it's a style of doing things. Okay, so it's like development with operations. So it's a style of doing things. So how is it different from a cloud engineer? So everyone can call themselves a DevOps engineer with what perspective they assume they are working at. So it's about how you make. I'll tell you like this: if you're making a dish, let's say you're making veg kolhapuri. So if you go to different restaurants, the veg kolhapuri will taste different because the ingredients change, the cook change, the recipes change, right? But at the end, the delivery is veg kolhapuri. That's how these technologies work. Some people are working with Jenkins and some people are working with Jira, and they would call themselves as DevOps engineers. Some people are actually doing the main development work, but just because they are also testing it, they would call themselves as DevOps engineers. Cloud engineers is very specific because they're working with specific cloud technologies like DigitalOcean, AWS, Microsoft, Google. They work with all of these cloud platforms. So yeah, cloud engineer is justified for them. Platform engineer, I'm not so very sure, but I was a platform as a service engineer in Microsoft. So if that is what you mean, then yes, platform engineer is anything that regards to with regards to platform as a service technologies that Microsoft had to offer. SREs is a very good position. It's like it stands on top of all of this. So it's site reliability engineer for the audiences. Site reliability engineers are very powerful people who decides um, that whatever solution a company has provided to another company, is the solution complete, it's full packed, it's reliable, it's secure, it's well made, well architectured, everything. SREs are very important in a company. So you can't just say it's very easy to get a job after your bachelor's. It's easy to get a job in ML domain, AI domain, cloud domain, DevOps domain, whatever domain you want. But to become an SRE, you need at least 5 to 6 years. There's no opening called SREs for freshers for 1 year experience or 0 years experience because SR is not such post. It's a very prestigious post and it requires a lot of knowledge, and not just knowledge of development or cloud or security, but a knowledge of a lot of things. So I think and sysadmin it can. So I have seen system engineers or system administrators who basically work on operating systems, servers, Linux, all of that. So that can be sysadmin. So I think you understand the relation between all of these when I explain the concepts. And the next question is. I Harshlock, this is a question that really needs you to work hard on internet and search about it. Okay, where you say, can we use cloud services for a project web hosting? If yes, I mean, if I just Google search cloud services for web hosting, in fact, I think I have written a blog also about it. hosting your resume on, I think I have written it on, hosting your resume on Microsoft Azure. So it was very 5 years ago, I think. So yeah, there's a lot of tutorials about it. So this is not a session where I teach how to host a resume on cloud. Maybe we can do that in future. But yeah, you can Google search about it. Okay. Will cloud certification help in SD placements in legacy company like certification is not a short way to get placed into Microsoft and Amazon. Certification is a way to talk about your skills in the interviews. So when you're talking that, hey, I have experience in, let's say if I say like this, I have experience in cloud developer technologies like Google, let's say Microsoft Azure, Azure Bicep, Azure Terraform, or maybe Azure Lighthouse, and all of these technologies. But after I was experienced in this, I went ahead and did a certification of AZ204. So now you verify your experience with certification. So that's an edge. Okay, that's an edge over other candidates. But if you shine your certification, you show your badge of certification, I have a certification. But if whatever answers you have given in the interview doesn't match the skill level that a certified person has, you definitely are putting a very wrong impression. So only flash your certification if you're very sure about those technologies. So that's where certification will help you in placements. And there was another question about uh, which I, about by Madhav Kapoor. Will AWS certificates help in getting admissions for masters? It definitely helps. Okay. Generally, what happens is you always need to specify why you are a very good candidate for that college. Okay, whatever college you are applying to. And if you mention about certifications, they know that this person is serious about their career. That's why he has the certification. He went to the lengths to study, to try out the technology, and then give the certification exam. So they think that yes, you are serious about your career. So that's why we can give you an opportunity in our college. But I'm saying it's not a short way. If someone has a better profile and not a certification, they might get the admission. But definitely, this gives you an edge over all the generic profiles in the market out there. Any more
Um,
questions?
yes, Piyush wants to ask you something as well.
Hi, Mustafa.
Yeah, hi.
Can you suggest some points we need to focus on for the DevRel roles? Like you are also a former developer advocate at AWS.
Right. I will tell you a very good way, a very workable way to become a developer advocate. Okay, and a successful way. Okay, first join any company which gives you developer experience, where you develop with specific technology. Let's say database. Okay, if you are very good in database technologies or you like database and you want to be a DevRel in databases, so join a database company, work for that company with all your database skills and everything. Work for maybe 1 year or 2 year. I would suggest 2 years. Work for 1 year or 2 years, and once you have good experience in that, uh, don't just become a developer, sit in the office and do the development work. Go across all over India to attend all the developer community events. Okay. And if possible, try to submit your CFPs, that is call for papers. Try to be a speaker instead of an audience. Always make this in mind. If you want to become a DevRel, don't try to be the audience, try to be the speaker in that specific event. Once you're a speaker in all of these events, automatically people will get to know your name, your style of teaching, your style of speaking, and your style of community, and you will build an audience around you. Once you have that, then go ahead and apply for DevRel roles and tell them about your experiences and different events and conferences you have attended and spoken about specific technologies. So this is the testament of how you are a good DevRel, even if you are not a DevRel. You are doing the work of a DevRel, even if you are not. So that's a testament of your skills. So that's how you become a DevRel.
There is another question in the chat. Vanshika is asking core AWS services I should be aware of as a fresher. But
Yeah,
I think that depends on her interest. Yeah, so
yeah.
yeah, you should answer
So
that.
I mean, if I say a core service, I would simply say EC2, EC2 Lambda,
Yeah.
S3, Amazon Recognition, Amazon Lex. Uh, these are basic services. But again, all of the services I told you, it's not necessary that you will like those services. So the thing is that you have to determine what domain you want to follow. Let's say you want to follow only machine learning domain. So you can search about these domains on the internet as well. That what services of machine learning are offered by AWS, and you will find answers like SageMaker, Studio Labs, SageMaker, Amazon Lex, Recognition, Poly, Transcribe, Translate, a lot of services. So it depends what exactly do you want to work on, what technology you want to focus on, And once you decide the technology, you can find the services that relate to that. Even if I tell you the core services, it's not necessary that you will learn those core services in your favorite field. So you need to determine that for yourself.
Yeah, that's correct. And if anyone is interested in the open source, I will like them to check the open search is there. I guess open search is there for the students who want to contribute into open source and get brief knowledge about AWS technology. So yeah, it's a great platform to try that as well. I think we are done with the questions. So, uh, do you, any more
Um,
questions, people?
yes, there are two latest questions. One question is how much time is it required to learn AWS till proficiency level? Like potential time a person will take.
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Potential time, that how much time it is required to learn AWS till proficiency level.
I would say 30 years, I think so. 30 to 40 years. That would be an appropriate approximation of learning AWS services. But yeah, if you want to be, serious about this question, then the answer would be uh, it depends on what engineer you are trying to become. But if the answer again stays generic, then definitely 30 years because AWS will keep on creating more and more services. So no matter how much you learn, no matter how fast you learn, these services are going to. I have seen people who have all the 13 certifications of AWS, all of it. Still, they cannot call themselves as experts because those 13 certification doesn't cover all the 300 services that AWS has, right? And to learn all the 300 services, you need to have hands-on experience on all the 300 services. It's like you have to work 5 jobs at the same time of different
It's almost
companies.
impossible.
Yeah, it's impossible. So yeah, so I, I the re- that's why I mean when you ask a question, it has to be a beautiful question so that you can think about it. So you need to think that if I really want to learn a service, start learning the service, and the speed at which you learn a service. Let's say for example, we'll talk about Trilosh now. So let's say Trilosh started learning about Amazon recognition. Okay, now at the same time Abhishek started learning about it. Maybe Abhishek learns it like in 5 days and Triloshna finished it in 4 days. Okay. But Triloshna moved towards SageMaker Studio Labs and it took her 10 days to learn SageMaker Studio Labs, but Abhishek finished it in 2 days. Okay. So it's different for everyone of what kind of exposure you have, what kind of background do you have. And based on that, you can decide how much time it takes, for you to learn. I cleared my first AWS certification in 25 days. The basic certification, and my first AWS certification in let's say 15 days. So that's much. That's how much time you need for this certification clearance and learning for these certifications. So yeah.
There's another
Like
question in the chat box also. Yes, please.
Harsh Verma is also asking actually, do AWS offer students only benefits?
What benefits are you talking about? Harsh, this is a
Like
follow-up
for,
question.
I guess he is talking about the certifications. Like some
Benefits is
student
for
offers.
everyone. It's for everyone. I told you to those two people I told you, right? Victoria Siman. So Victoria Siman is a very good person to follow for certification vouchers, but benefits are a lot. So once you graduate from your college and you're done with your degree, you can participate in the community builder program, which is the advanced version of this cloud clubs. You can become part of community builder, become a community AWS community builder, work your way like for let's say 3 years or 4 years, and then apply for AWS Heroes. So you can climb your ladder, and it's very easy to do that. Um, yeah, for the labs actually, so there are always sometimes there are limited offers, there are one-time offers, more time offers. So and specifically, I think if you are part of cloud clubs, I'm not so very sure about this, but cloud clubs get these accesses to the labs. Uh, I think they have access to skill builder. When they complete some milestones, they get access to skill builder. And once you have access to the skill builders, you get access to these labs. So yes, even if you're not a student, you'll get the benefit of this. And if you're a student, then yes, definitely. You can go to Skill Builder, AWS, skillbuilder.aws and search about these labs.
I think we have answered most of the questions, and Uh, Thank you, Mustafa. Uh,
There was a
I think,
question about no roles in ops role in this industry and something. I'll tell you something.
yeah,
I'm very sure that out of 60, 51 people over here, 50 might have already heard this statement that machine learning or AI will not replace humans. People using AI will replace normal people, right? So that's what the
exactly.
answer is, that AI won't replace ops role, but people using ML ops and AI ops will replace people using only ops. So that's why people have to keep upskilling and learn to how to use this machine learning services. And trust me, even if you're using chat gpt very nicely and everything, it's never reliable. No AI is ever reliable, no matter how you do, because world is very the society we live in, the world we live in is very vast. And no, and you need to provide the knowledge of 8 billion people to this AI to be perfect, right? And that is not possible really. Realistically, it's not at all possible. Just imagine, just chat gpt 4 requires some 3 billion parameters uh, to build the gpt model. And in the world we have, I don't even know the mathematical count for that number. Like it's billions and billions and billions of data, TBs and TBs of data. So we never know that how much AI field will develop or how much machine learning will develop. So you never should be afraid about this fact that machine learning or AI will replace you. That will never happen, because if you scope up with the technology, that's a competition to you, right? And instead of, if you cannot fight them, join them, right? So just join AI revolution, just join the machine learning revolution, and instead of AI and ML controlling your fears and your mind, make AI and ML your tools so that you can control them. So yeah.
they will be a great add-on to your arsenal. You are right. So I think questions are done. We are done with most of the questions. So I will request everyone to turn on their cameras for a picture. So everyone who is available right now can please turn on your camera so we can have a picture clicked. It's all right if you cannot turn on, but people who are comfortable, they can please turn on your cameras. And we will make the Cloud Club post, that is this CC, if you can say it. Mustafa knows it, I guess. So yeah, from from your left hand, you can do this C, and we can take a picture real quick, screenshot. Uh, I guess one, two, three. Uh, wait. Let me take another one. So there is a fellow captain in the meet as well, but I think she has not turned on her camera. I will request Anushka if she is comfortable in turning on her camera. So that will be great.
Wait a minute. Anushka is finishing her pizza, I guess.
So
That's why
another
she's hurrying.
picture.
Yeah, Mustafa got it
One,
right.
two,
Actually,
three.
I'm not in the position.
Okay. Thank you everyone for joining us. I also got it. Yeah. Okay, it's all right.
So I've shared Mustafa's social media profiles in the chat. Feel free to connect with
Okay.
him.
Yes, thank you so much.
Now, I would like to thank Mustafa for joining us today and providing us some great insights
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me and patiently
into
listening
cloud
to this
computing
call.
and AWS ecosystem.
Thank you so much, Anushka.
Yeah, so it's really great having you right here and right now. Which of the doubts of the first year said, no, actually it was great. It was like having a people will be satisfied with the discussion and queries answered. Thank you. Plus one.
Yeah, thank you so much. All right, then we'll wrap it up and see you
So,
everyone. See you in more
yeah.
sessions.
Another next slide, please.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Mustafa.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Thank you, Mustafa.
Guys, whoever is left, we would really appreciate your effort if you guys
So
just
yeah,
fill the feedback.
for attendees, you have to fill this feedback form so we can
Yeah.
provide you the attendee certificate as soon as possible.
Those who will fill the form will get a certificate, so please do that.
And yeah, after you receive your certificate, please share it on your socials, right? And don't forget to tag us over there on your LinkedIn, Twitter, Insta. We will be happy to have
We'll
you
reshare your post.
when you fill the form. You can just use your mobile scanner. As I'm not being able to.
एक बार लिंक को शेयर कर दो चैट में, ज़्यादा सही रहेगा चैट में.
Sure.
Till how many minutes this form is accessible?
I think they can access this whenever they want. It is accessible. It's just time restriction on the QR code, and it will be available for today. They can just fill it up right now. It will be better if they just fill it up right now because it will be easy for us as well to provide it.
Piyush, can we send the LinkedIn and Twitter link as well of our club?
Yes, I'm sharing the link tree, so you
Yeah.
will connect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
actually, we have that in next slide. Yeah, you can share it
Okay,
on the
okay,
chat
okay.
as well, and yeah, you can
Sure, sure.
connect with us and join us on our socials. We have just begun our journey, and we will be very obliged and very delightful to have you in our journey ahead. So, looking forward to meet you all in the next meetups and just building this AWS community. And once again, thank you all for joining us today. I hope you got something beneficial and some great insights out of it. See you in the upcoming sessions. Bye. Have a great day.
Goodbye,
Thank
everyone.
you guys. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Goodbye.
Thank you, guys.